Tracey, and we are here on MSC's private island, Ocean Cay.
Now, we've actually been here for 2 days. This is our second day here. We were here yesterday, but quite frankly, we were playing instead of actually working. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you around this private island. It is a little bit raining, so, you know, yesterday was beautiful, but we had a lot of fun. But anyway, let's go show you MSC's private island, the Ocean Cay. Now, one of the first things I notice about the private island here in Ocean Cay is that you don't have to tender like what you have to do on some of the other private islands from other cruise lines. Instead, as soon as the ship gets here and you're ready to go off, you just walk off. Now, once you come through the entrance, if you look over to your right, you're going to see the rental in the excursion pavilion where you can rent different things or be able to do your excursions that you want to do here on Ocean Cay.
Directly across from the excursion desk is the visitor center, and inside this visitor center they have a lot of products that are locally produced, rum cakes and salsas and pepper sauce and stuff like that. But another nice thing that they had was snorkel gear that you can buy rather than rent, and they have a lot of MSC branded equipment, like things that you put your cell phones in so they don't get wet, as well as towel clips.
And continuing a theme, as you continue going down, you have 2 more souvenir shops where, well, they have souvenirs. All right, so as you can see, as you're coming straight off the ship, you have several different stores. What is nice is if you've got anything at home that you need to the beach, it's all right here, and actually a lot of more stuff. Now, of course, it's possible you might have worked up a little bit of thirst getting off the ship and shopping for all the stuff you left at home. But unfortunately, at the end here, you have the bar. Now, there are some snacks. Unfortunately, the snacks we saw are actually for purchase, but if you have a drink package, all the drinks are actually included in your drink package.
If you're craving ice cream, they have the Smiling Fish, which also serves iced coffee.
Also, right behind these Smiling Fish, you're going to see these buildings here, brightly colored. These are housing units for the staff that actually lives full-time here on Ocean Cay. Now, most of the waiters and the servers all come from the ship, but you have the maintenance individuals, those who will drive the transport all the way around. They actually live here, and you know them because they actually wear green shirts. Now, something that's interesting is all the food and the drinks actually come from the ship. So they will in the morning bring that all on board, and then they'll pack it up and bring it back. So everything you have here on the island is actually coming from the ship. All right, so we're continuing to move on from the Smiling Fish, and we're on a walkway. Now, there are 2 areas here you might think that you could walk on. Understand that there is a walking path, and then there's the path they use for the transports. And I will tell you, the drivers drive pretty quick, so I would recommend look down if you have a pedestrian or person walking on the asphalt or the concrete. That's where I would walk. If you walk on the driving path, well, good luck.
One of the things I think is so unique about Ocean Cay, which may not be the case on other private islands, is the commitment to the environment. So what I have been walking around here and driving around here, they have all these picture like informationals all along the way, and it tells how kind of the history of the Ocean Cay. This used to be an industrial spot that was not really good for the environment. They bought this island, they planted palm trees on it. It's 64 square miles, and they're trying to make this an environmental reserve for the marine life around.
All right, so we've come to our first beach. This is the Seakers Family Cove. There's a couple things you're going to find here as you come up from, again, we're coming up from the ice cream place. you have the Seakers Food Cove. Now, all the other snacks you've had have been for a cost. However, they open for, like today, they're opening at 11:30 for lunch. All that food is included, just right from the ship. And then off to the right, what you're going to do is you're going to find where you can rent your floating mats and your umbrellas. Both of those are $29 for the day. And then if you want to rent snorkel gear, you can pay $50 for that. You know, I'd bring my own snorkel gear, or buy your own snorkel gear at one of the shops which you showed earlier. Now, right in front of us, you can't see, we'll show it right here. That is actually what we talked about was Seakers Cove. It actually is closed right now. This is June. Well, the reason why it's closed is because of renovations. There's still lots of work going on. They actually had this, Ocean Cay was closed for like 8 weeks or something like that for more renovations, and there's a lot of new stuff here.
And one of the things that we really like about the coves here, just even including the great amount of seating and stuff like that, the clarity of the water, but also they have sports platforms. So you have quite a few sports platforms in every lagoon that you can go swim out to and jump off of. That's really neat. If you're looking to catch a quick snack, just a hamburger or a hot dog or a cheeseburger, they also have these little beach shacks that are open and they are complimentary.
All right, so right behind me is one of the cabanas. You're going to see this is several of the different swimming coves, and we talked to the cabanas desk, and they have the excursions person off of the ship. And what he told me was book it online because if you come here and book it, it's $300 for the day. Now, what that does give you is you have a place where you can be in the shade. You have a ice chest here that you can put drinks. Additionally, you get towels, and you also get 2 of your floating mats. Now remember, we said the rental for those is $29 a person, so that's almost $60 off of that. But he said that if you book it online, it's going to be cheaper. And he didn't remember exactly what it was. It was 200 and something. So something to think about if you want to get a cabana here on MSC's Ocean Cay.
The wind is getting really, really choppy here. I'm not sure how much further we're going to be able to go.
All right, so we just passed by the crew beach, which is nice. I mean, I think it's great that they actually have a designated area, so the crew that aren't on duty, when they're here at Ocean Cay, are able to go and relax. I think that means a lot. So we're about ready to go across the bridge that gives us to North Beach. That is the beach that, well, is on the north side of the cove we were just at. Now, there is, like I said, this is 64 square miles of this island. The good news is you don't have to walk at all. They do have these transportation pavilions, and they'll have like extended golf carts that will take you from one place to the other, and then of course back to the ship. All right, so welcome to the Yacht Club. This is actually the private beach, especially for the Yacht Club. Here you get several things that you don't get for free on the other places. Largely is the umbrellas. Remember, there's $29 a piece to be able to rent those. At the other beaches, these obviously are included. You do have to pay for the cabanas, and they are a bit more expensive. When we looked yesterday, it was about $400, so they are a little bit more expensive, but I don't think you need them. But the other nice thing is you have your own little restaurant that is up here, and you get several different foods that for free that you don't get at the other places, to include the lobster rolls, which are actually pretty good. All right, so we said it was raining and we're basically tapping out, but we've been able to show you most of the the island. The one thing we wanted to be able to show you was the light tower. One of the nice things about what MSC does here at Ocean Cay is a lot of times you're here overnight. So on those days, you actually have until like 11:30 at night. You could be out, you know, hanging out by the beaches. And what they have is really nice 2 times a night light shows with the lighthouse, which is really nice. So, but we're really wet. And remember that transportation we talked about? Yeah, we're going to take it back to the ship. So, go on to watch this video to continue on with the travels. And as always, keep on traveling.